Tôi sẽ chơi cho tì group dương từ tu sna tơ nâng rừng rào mùi tiết để tệ tân tơ nâng hạt thà cả sự có bạn bằng hai phiệp trục chê ra bọc luôn nơi rịa bế bênh mùi chân này លោកអុកញ៉ាហួតអៀតតុងប្រធានអគ្គនាយកហត្ថកសិករលីមីធីបានមានប្រសាសន៍ថាឆ្នាំ 2019 គឺជាឆ្នាំប្រកបដោយភាពជោគជ័យបំផុតសម្រាប់ហត្ថកសិករទាំងមូលដោយសមតុល្យប្រាក់បញ្ញាសន្សំផលរដ្ឋបានឥណទាននិងប្រាក់ចំណូលសរុបប្រចាំឆ្នាំសម្រាប់បានលើសផែនការដែលបានកំណត់លោកបានបន្ថែមថាសម្រាប់ឆ្នាំ 2020 នេះហត្ថកសិករនឹងប្រែមុខមាត់ថ្មីដែលថ្នាក់គ្រប់គ្រងគ្រប់ជាន់ថ្នាក់និងបុគ្គលិកទាំងអស់ចាំបាច់ត្រូវត្រៀមខ្លួនរួចជាស្រេចក្នុងការចាប់យកចំណេះជំនាញបន្ថែមទាក់ទងទៅនឹងបច្ចេកវិទ្យាថ្មីៗដើម្បីបំពេញនៅតម្រូវការនិងបម្រើដល់អតិថិជនប្រកបដោយប្រសិទ្ធភាពខ្ពស់នេះឱកាសនោះដែរលោកបានបង្ហាញទៅនឹងសមិទ្ធផលដែលបានសម្រេចបានគិតត្រឹមខែធ្នូឆ្នាំ 2019 ដែលរួមមានផលរដ្ឋបានឥណទានសម្រេចបាន $1,051 លានអាមេរិកសមតុល្យប្រាក់បញ្ញើសរុបសន្សំសរុបចំនួន $599 លានអាមេរិកប្រាក់ចំណេញសុទ្ធ $28.90 លានអាមេរិកហើយជាពិសេសនោះគឺផលរដ្ឋបានឥណទានស្ថិតនៅក្នុងកម្រិតហានិភ័យមានអត្រាទាបត្រឹមតែ 0.37% ប៉ុណ្ណោះលោកអុកញ៉ាបានមានប្រសាសន៍បែបនេះនៅក្នុងពិធីរៀបចំមហាសន្និបាតប្រចាំឆ្នាំលើកទី 23 ក្រោមប្រធានបទ Digital នីយកម្មដែលប្រព្រឹត្តទៅនៅក្នុងខេត្តសៀមរាបដែលមានការអញ្ជើញចូលរួមពីតំណាងភាគហ៊ុនិកប្រធានក្រុមប្រឹក្សាភិបាលសមាជិកក្រុមប្រឹក្សាភិបាលថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំជាន់ខ្ពស់ថ្នាក់គ្រប់គ្រងនិងបុគ្គលិកសរុបប្រមាណជាង 400 នាក់ផងដែរទស្សនិកជនជាទីគោរព
Right now there are more and more number of microfinance operator and each of them they try to expand to grow very fast. So the over-indebtedness it can be coming at some time. How HKL Limited are going to prevent this situation?
So in terms of the policy that we apply for preventing of the risk of indebtedness, before I'm going too deeply on that, I would like to draw your attention to understand about the aspect of the banking and the microfinance industries. So as you may know that most of the banks and microfinance and also the credit operators are mostly giving loans based on the abilities of the customer repayments. The abilities of the repayment would come from the income generations or income from the other source. But for HKLs, we focus on the cash flow based lendings in order to ensure that the customer have the abilities to repay. We checking the multiple lending account in the loan assessment process. So the main criteria in the loan assessment process, we focusing on the capacity to repay of the customers. So for HKL, we also set the threshold capacity of the repayment of the customers. It's called the debt service coverage ratio. We assess all the family incomes, which involves in the credit repayments. So in the loan assessment process, in the stage of the loan obligations, we always conduct the loan disciplinaries to the customers. Is one part of the loan disciplinary, we focusing on that the information regarding to the additional debts. So currently, HKL are practicing in three kinds of ways in order to check and to verify the debts of the customers. And the first, we check and verify debts with the local authorities, let's say the chief of communes or the chief of village. And the second, we also verify with the neighborhoods as well as the guarantors, because sometimes the customer having debts with the informal lenders. The last way, we check with the credit bureaus of Cambodia. And another policy that we also practicing so far where the loan obligations have multiple accounts with the other banks, MFI or HKL itself. The loan should be getting approval from the delegate lending authorities. Let's say if the customer have one or two loan accounts with other banks, the approval should be getting from the branch manager. More than two loan accounts, the application shall be getting approval from the management credit committee in head office levels. Another policy that also contribute to prevent of the risk of over-indebtedness. After the loan disbursements, the loan monitoring is conducted regularly once per every quarters by our credit officer. And the credit monitoring is focusing on to update it, the personnel information of the customer and to update it, the business status. Specifically, we focus on the income flows of the customers, and we also study about the debts of the customers. And of course, we also subscribe the loan portfolio monitoring service from the credit bureaus. It means that when the customer having debt with other microfinance or banks, then we know the exactly amount that the customer have. But another reason that we conduct the loan monitoring is we have to check the debt with the informal lenders. And if the customer have the debt with informal lenders, our credit officer have to remind the customer again about the loan disciplinaries, understand the ability of the repayments, the total income generated every month against the total debt to be repaid. During the loan cycle, the customer can have a right to request HKLs and other debts in case they have an emergency or in case they have problems with the business. And another main policy that also contributing to prevent of the risk of indebtedness, loan portfolio quality is highly considered as part of the computing the incentive scheme for credit officers. So it means that we set the incentive rate based on the ranking of the portfolio qualities. So we rankings from 0 to 2%. If the loans portfolios at risk more than 2%, we cannot provide the incentives.
As of today, HKL Limited, we have a very good non-permanent loan rate. Currently, we have only 0.08% of non-permanent loan. So this the action that we are taking to prevent the over-indebtedness in the near future. HKL Limited is mean farmer hand or the hand for helping the farmer. Actually, HKL Limited start its operations in the year 1994. It start just only one project. It called Food Security Project in Posat province. It's about 200 kilometers from the Phnom Penh capital. Sponsored by Oxfam Quebec. In the project, there are several components. There are literacy component, road and rehabilitation, and health component, education, agriculture, and also credit component. After running the project for a while, Oxfam Quebec agreed to run the credit component alone only to become independent project. So that in the year 1995. And then in the year 1996, I'm prepare all the documents and request to the Ministry of Interior to register this project as the non-governmental organization. It's called HKL non-governmental organization. So then the HKL non-governmental organization is providing only credit to Cambodian people under the regulation of the National Bank of Cambodia. We transform ourselves to become limited company in the year 2001. And the same year, we also register with the Ministry of Commerce as the limited company. And we also received the license to operate the microfinance activity. And then we obtained the license. It called microfinance deposit taking license. From 2010, Hatha Kasikor are able to mobilize savings from the public under this license. For the transformation, we have 4 shareholders. One shareholder is Hatha Kasikor non-governmental organization, and the second is the staff association. Third shareholder is CD from France, and the fourth shareholder is the individual shareholder, the project manager of Oxfam Quebec. So in that time, it's very difficult to look for the shareholder, especially experience with the microfinance operation. It's very difficult time in the year 2001. Is nobody understand about the microfinance activity. Nobody willing to invest in the microfinance operation because they think that it is very high risk in that time. And in the year 2003, later on, 2 years later, we also very lucky to invite Co8, is the non-governmental organization from Netherlands, to become our 5th shareholder. And then in the year 2008, we have Triple Gem Oiko Credit also coming from Netherlands the same. And those shareholders, they are very social oriented. They are not looking for a high return of their investment, but they also thinking about the balancing of those social and their return right now, because they are looking for the sustainable for the long future. So we have different mission and vision, because we are targeting with the people very poor and living in the rural area. So that's why we set up a lot of office in order to be very close to our customer, to avoid for them to spend more money, more financial resource to come to use our service. We have 151 offices set up at the rural area. Only around 10% of our office is in the urban area. In the historical operation of Hatha Kasikor Limited, we also have some challenges in human resource, as in Cambodia we do not have very good experienced human resource. We also have challenge on the funding. We have to mobilize funding from overseas. We also have challenges in the operation. From 2001 until 2003, Hatha Kasikor Limited just transformed to limited company, and at the same time we try to expand very fast. So then when we try to expand so fast, it's lacking of control. We face a very big challenge in loan in arrears and some staff fraud. And then we can overcome this situation, and then it come again to the year 2008 and 2009 global financial crisis. So in that time, the loan in arrears is also very high. I think it's around 3%, the high case in our history. So we focusing very much to the capacity building. We slow down our operation, and we focus, we spend a lot of financial resource and energy to provide a lot of training to our staff, and then to develop a very good policy and procedure, credit policy, the complaint policy, human resource policy. Last year, I think we also decided to create a full function for this unit, responsible for the social and environmental activity. And we add some more people to this unit, and then we upgrade the unit to become one department. We call SPM department. Right now they have 6 people. This team has to continue to provide the training to all our staff to understand what are the social performance management, so on and so forth. So the very important for us to have the SMART certificate is just to tell us how good for us to implement the customer protection principle. We want to know ourselves where we are, who we are in this matter.